Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Burn!
Welcome to Crash and Burn. Tonight we're doing a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, the Greatest Royal Rumble 2018. This took place in the King Abdullah International Stadium in Saudi Arabia. And this event took place on Friday, April 27, 2018, and this streamed at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So most of us were at work or at school, so we could barely catch the show. So, before we get to this episode, let's bring in the man who calls the Moshcast, the Mosh fucking cast, and calls this podcast the Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast. He's also in charge of Rocking with AJ.
Yep.
AJ Lee.
AJ Styles. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast. And today, we are going to review the possibly could be the worst underappreciated pay-per-view of all time, the Greatest Royal Rumble. I mean, the Royal Rumble is good, but the rest of the card garbage. But yeah, let's see what we got for tonight.
By the way, on the last episode, he was a guest there, and so was the Double or Nothing predictions.
Yeah. And this is my first episode being a full-time member once again.
Yes, so you can go on mute. Wyatt, come on in.
Yes, welcome to another episode of Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Thankfully, I just got done helping out at a wrestling show, and why not, before I go to sleep, do an episode of the Crash and Burn Podcast. It's always good to be back here once again. We are reviewing one of the most unappreciated, one of the most solid pay-per-view, the most solid pay-per-view of all time, in my opinion, and that is the Greatest Royal Rumble. The Rumble wasn't too bad. The matches were extremely solid. All you see, you've seen no title changes. You did see new champions because the only way you saw a new champion was the titles were vacated. So, what do you expect? So, as Jason's gonna get the card down, we will discuss how it went.
Yeah, so, and by the quote, AJ, Crash and Fucking Burn.
Yo, come on, yo.
It's the Mosh fucking cast.
There we go, that's better.
Crash and
The way
Fucking
you
Burn
did that,
Wrestling Podcast.
no, nah. Yeah,
Okay,
that's too
Styles.
Put a P word.
Okay. First match of this first show in Saudi Arabia. John Cena defeated Triple H by pinfall. Singles match. AJ, go ahead.
Yeah. This was actually a good match, but very underappreciated. I mean, they had a lot of battles back in the day, but not their first time wrestling each other, so obviously Cena's gonna get the upper hand because he still got it. Triple H, but this match is good, but it's very underappreciated.
Yeah, so Wyatt.
I mean, the match went pretty smooth. It didn't work. It worked either way. Either John Cena or Triple H won, in my opinion. It was very unappreciated, but it just feels weird to see them fight 2018 because I'm so used to seeing them fight each other when I was a kid. So, yeah, but I understand this was for money.
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 Gotta do it for money.
The money.
Yeah. So, That's all it really is. There was no storyline, so there's nothing else I'm going to say.
The match was pointless anyways then.
Yeah, the match was pointless.
Why would you say it was pointless?
It was underappreciated, man. The storyline was not built well. No storytelling or anything.
Well, and then Triple H, their match at Saudi Arabia, that was literally Triple H's last match. And that did have like a little build up to it, but nothing else, no.
All I'm going to say is their matches before were better than this one in 2018. Alright, so for the Cruiserweight Championship, Cedric Alexander defeated Kalisto.
Yay.
Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be. It was extremely solid. I was in class when I was watching that match. So, I feel like Cedric, the way he shot that lumbar check was actually decent, and you weren't gonna have any title changes in a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, like, except unless it's the Universal Championship. So, what was I about to say? I forgot what I was even gonna say. But yeah, I'm supposed to hang out with Kalisto pretty soon, so that's cool. And all I'm gonna say is I really there was a match that they put on that night, so no title change. Solid.
It was a match that existed. It was a solid match. AJ?
It was actually a good match, but a lot of people did not really appreciate it, but they really went at it.
Nobody appreciated the show, period.
The crowd, alright, this whole entire crowd was fucking dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Think of the crowd. You have all the royals and all the great people having their comfy chairs sitting on the front seat, and you have all the real fans sitting back, and you literally see all these matches, unless it's like John Cena or The Undertaker and shit, you see people getting up and walking around. Like, that's disrespectful.
Exactly.
Let's just say someone was walking around, playing on their phone, walking on the crowd during your match, you'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
exactly, because nobody is watching it.
These guys really put their ass, like...
they flew all the way over here, all the way to Saudi Arabia to get that fucking pay. You know what it was for? It was for that paycheck. WWE signed that 10-year deal with Saudi Arabia, which they should have never done. WWE is going to be back in Saudi Arabia later this year. And it's going to be Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel 2021.
But seriously, the match could have been better, but with a proper crowd, pretty much. And pretty much the whole entire matches, this whole card, the crowd was fucking dead. Like, they weren't...
That crowd had no attention.
Because they weren't expecting to see John Cena, Triple H, Hulk Hogan, all those people.
Yeah, when Hulk Hogan cut that promo at Crown Jewel, when you were mentioning Saudi Arabia, they're like, don't say it! Don't say it!
But seriously, the Alexander Kalisto match could have been better. It with a proper crowd, pretty much. But it was really underrated. Good match, though.
Yeah. Up next, we have Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeating Cesaro and Sheamus, who were known as The Bar at that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was for the vacant Raw Tag Team titles.
Yeah, and The Bar was straight from SmackDown, so why was it in the match?
Go ahead, Wyatt.
And, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy just became a tag team at the time, and, again, it felt like the crowd was really dead, and it was not even surprising that Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy were going to win the match. But it was good that they did. I thought that the Leaders of Worlds actually was a very decent tag team, but until Matt's back started bothering him and cut Bray off TV, that, the team, it fell apart. It failed. I thought it was going to succeed. But it failed.
It failed, yeah.
Yeah. The team, it failed.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very solid match.
All right.
I didn't feel like that crowd was dead.
Yeah. Go ahead, AJ.
Like I said before, this match was underappreciated. I mean, the Bar was about to go to SmackDown. Everyone knew
it already went to SmackDown.
The Bar would definitely take the tag titles.
And the Bar could have went back to Raw because if the Bar would have won, the tag division wouldn't have been dead. Because the Raw tag division 2018 was shit. What did you have on the tag team besides the leaders was? You had the B team, Breezango, Heath Slater and Rhino, the Ascension, the Revival, the Lucha House Party, all these all these jobber tag teams, which you could have made better, but nope, shovel it up, and they're in there.
Yeah, but like I said before, this match was underappreciated. I mean, the Bar was about to go to SmackDown. Everyone knew that the leaders of War would definitely win the tag titles. And what did you really expect, really? But you could have made it big for that. Like, that should have been their moment. But nope. The damn Saudi Arabia crowd was fucking dead throughout the whole night. Like, why, bruh? You got
that superstar shake-up in 2018 burned the Raw tag division. It killed the tag division.
And plus, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy were there, and they're one of the greatest guys. But why not give them a pop?
Like if you had the Hardy Boys together, you would have had a pop.
I mean, that's true.
Oh yeah.
But seriously, this was good, but the crowd was dead. Sorry.
Yeah, the crowd was dead for this match as well, but otherwise it was decent, I guess.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy defeated Mahal that night for the U.S. title. So, congrats, Jeff Hardy. Solid match. Sorry to Mahal for not having the win, but
and
it is
Mahal
what it is.
got traded to Raw.
Yeah. Jinder got traded to Raw.
Go to SmackDown, so.
Yeah, after him having a good run on SmackDown that time. All right, Wyatt, go ahead.
I mean, the match, like, when you think of it, the match is, of course, solid. Jeff won by the Swanton, and, they get the best world tournament. They did that. You had to put all these wrestlers in the tournament because Saudi Arabia, the crowd, those were who they were going to give a pop for.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd include who these people were. But that's why Jeff Hardy was in the tournament. But, I mean, I like both guys, so, I mean, they would have put on a better match.
Yeah, it could have been better. Yeah, so AJ.
Yeah, I have to agree with Wyatt. The match should have been better. I mean,
So
very underappreciated, man. And Jinder Mahal was buried after that. Like, Jinder didn't really do it on Raw.
Jinder was buried.
Underappreciated reign as U.S. champion. Like, not that long, man, until Shinsuke took it at Extreme Rules. But Jeff, and this match had a little bit of botches here and there. Like when Jeff Hardy was about to hit that whisper in the wind to Jinder Mahal, it kind of botched a little bit because Jinder sold the move before he actually hit it. But this match was good, but very underappreciated, and this crowd was dead too. Terrible, but still good match. But Jinder got buried after that.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Jinder was buried right after that match.
He never did a thing after that.
Yeah, it literally took 2 years of a hiatus to make him good again. And you got him better than, I think, with Shanky and Veer. Jinder is better than the Singh brothers being with Jinder.
Yes.
It looks more dominant when you have Shanky and Veer.
Shanky and Veer are better.
Yeah.
All right, the next match, the Bludgeon Brothers defeated the Usos.
Not surprised.
Not surprised. It was squash.
It was a squash
match.
It
was extremely a squash match because you figured when you saw Cedric retain, Hardy retain, you knew the Bludgeon Brothers were going to retain. I was at a pep rally when I watched that match. I'm like, yep, they won.
Yeah, so AJ, you go ahead.
Yeah, this is definitely that was definitely a squash match. Like, who knew when the Bludgeon Brothers would win? Like, what did you really expect, really? Because we knew it was going to be a squash match. Because those guys were dominant at the time. But until they broke up and they went into singles again, and Luke Harper got released, went to AEW, and then after that, he passed away, which is very tragic.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Luke Harper, of course. But Eric Rowan did do a little things on there, but he's not really wrestling right now. But this match was good, but very underappreciated. But pretty much a squash match, though. This match was not bad, though, at least.
You know, what you didn't have to do with the Bludgeon Brothers was cut their name. Harper and Rowan.
Yep.
Yeah, so Wyatt, you already went.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Bludgeon Brothers, but
same.
I mean, you didn't have to like cut their names down.
Yeah.
Like they had nothing else they could do.
True.
Next match. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe in a ladder match.
Oh.
Now, this was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed the match, actually. Because pretty much ladder matches are always fun to watch, and this was also another one of them to me. Go ahead, Wyatt.
I mean, the match was alright, but that fatal four-way match should have happened in WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was actually Mania worthy.
We should have had that at Mania. That was
it was worth it.
Have like the triple threat match at the greatest Royal Rumble, but they tried to do it. But they tried to make all the matches against special Saudi Arabia. Money. And they didn't give a shit about it.
Boo.
You had all the Royals just sitting there. The greatest Royal Rumble chair would have been heavy to take home.
Oh, yes. Okay, Sleepyhead, you go next.
I mean, you got ladders everywhere and shit, but Seth Rollins won, yay.
Yay, Seth Rollins won.
Alright, this match should have been at WrestleMania, man. But at the time, Joe was injured, so it wouldn't make sense. But if he wasn't injured, he would be added to that match at Mania. That triple threat match. It made a fatal 4-way, and then maybe a rematch at that pay-per-view. But Joe and Miz was going to SmackDown. Finn and Seth remained on Raw. So it wouldn't make sense if Miz won again and Joe winning, because they're both going to SmackDown. But either Seth or Finn wouldn't win. But ultimately, the champion at the time, Seth Rollins, retained the title, which definitely makes sense. And what a match. But the crowd was dead. Sorry. But this match was very underappreciated. But this was a good match.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. What do you got there? A DVD from the greatest Rumble?
He actually wore his SummerSlam 2016 gear at that show.
Yeah, Rollins had that gear, and they made a figure of it.
Yeah.
The Top Pits 2019 Seth Rollins.
So
definitely released from Elite 852.
Up next, AJ Styles, which is you.
Yay!
Versus Shinsuke Nakamura, ended in a double countout.
Boo.
AJ, what happened that night, dude?
I got counted out, man. But seriously.
Okay, you go share your thoughts on that match from your point of view, being part of it.
God damn it! This match was awful. I'm sorry, but I don't know, man. The finish was fucking awful, but very underappreciated. This feud was very underappreciated, and they didn't really do the storyline that well. I mean, they could have a better storyline, but with these weird ass finishers, including a double countout, a double disqualification, god damn it.
That rivalry was not over.
Yeah, the rivalry was not good. AJ and Nakamura could have worked together much better if WWE just booked it right. But I'm glad that AJ retained at the time. He was WWE champion, of course. So it wouldn't make sense if Nakamura took the title, but he should have took the title in Mania because Shinsuke would have been a star right now. But hopefully he could become the WWE champion one day. But I don't know if it's gonna happen though. Yeah. But damn, that Mania match should have had Nakamura win that one. But I'm glad that AJ retained though.
This rivalry was not that good, but this match was okay, I guess, but the finish
all I remember in that match was of them two being by the barricade. That's all I really remember on that match.
Okay, it's a very forgettable match. I'll say that.
It was forgettable.
Yeah.
Not all the matches on the card were forgettable.
Yeah, so go ahead, Wyatt, on your thoughts.
I mean, yeah, the match was awful. You know, I know they wanted to continue the rivalry at some point after WrestleMania, but I knew AJ and Nakamura had a shitty rivalry in my point of view. But all I remember in that match is them two being by the barricade.
Oh.
Yeah. So this next match, a casket match, The Undertaker defeated Rusev.
Nah, this is the absolute burial of Rusev. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Wyatt, on your thoughts on The Undertaker.
You know, the original was going to be Chris Jericho, but they changed it. It was going to be Rusev, then it was going to be Jericho, then it was going to be Rusev. And it went back to Rusev, which I'm glad they did because I've always wanted to see Rusev fight Taker. But, yeah, I mean, you put Aiden English in the casket as well, and that led to the burial of Rusev, and of course Undertaker's like, I need that paycheck. I need that paycheck.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, Rusev Day after that.
Yeah, Rusev was dead that day. Rusev Day should have died right after that.
Yep.
And also, that time was during the Rusev Day character.
That became a hit. Rusev Day.
Exactly, yeah. Anyways, this match led to the burial of Miro and Aiden English. And as you said right there, Rusev Day died after that. It became a big thing until that happened.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know what to say about this match, but it was just a burial for Rusev.
Yeah, I think
it's always good to see The Undertaker, but he didn't have to.
He was there for the money.
I need that picture. Wyatt can say it better than me.
But if
anyways, go ahead, AJ.
My thoughts about this match, very underappreciated, man. And this was definitely a spot. Like, we knew the Undertaker would win because he was very defeated in casket matches over the years. So
yeah, it's cool that they brought it back. Actually,
who really thought but Rusev would actually win the match? Nobody, because Rusev Day was fair, like after that, and then English broke up with Rusev later in the year, and then Rusev had his own day in English thing, but in English, and then English went to commentary, and then got released, and then Rusev got released at this. And fun fact, both men were released at the same time last year.
Yes, they were.
Yep, and yeah, that was that was awful, but very underappreciated too because the crowd was dead.
Yeah, I admit it's cool to see the casting match brought back to that.
But it's not. But
I mean, it wasn't dead when The Undertaker came out because everyone was excited because everyone had a clue who that was.
And people will be more hyped because of these guys, though. Chris Jericho and Undertaker. Because those guys are legends.
Yeah. Anyways, the next match. Brock Lesnar defeated Roman Reigns in a steel cage match.
Bullshit.
Yeah. AJ, you just gave your take, basically, so Wyatt.
I mean, that match was, I actually thought Roman had a 50% chance actually winning that match, and Brock Lesnar having a 99% chance winning. But, when you saw Roman spear Brock out of that cage, Roman's feet were landed right on the apron. And Brock and the referee, I was literally screaming like Roman had his feet on the ground. And the referee looked like he didn't give a shit. But then I realized Roman had his feet hanging up on the apron. He did not have his feet touching the floor. And then Brock rolled over and won the match. I mean, I was having my hopes Roman would have won that match, but Roman was originally going to win at WrestleMania 34. But the rest of it I'm gonna say is Brock Lesnar won, and the Saudi crowd loves Brock Lesnar, so yeah. I mean, I love Brock Lesnar.
All right, did I say something about this one?
You basically did already.
I know. I said bullshit, but that's like one word.
The cage looked very, 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 very weak because the way it bended. It looked like a freaking fence.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, seriously.
All right, go ahead.
This match would have had better.
Basically, Roman should have won that match, but Roman was touching the floor first. Roman should have won that.
No,
that
he had his feet hanging on the apron.
But Brock, that was a dumb move, though, pretty much. But it is what it is. But very underappreciated too.
Yeah. Well, this is another match that existed. It is what it is. But I just want to move on to the main event.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
We had the 50-man Royal Rumble match for the Greatest Royal Rumble trophy and championship. Braun Strowman won that by last taking out Big Cass.
Yep, and they're both released.
They're both released now. Anyway, so this match it was pretty good actually. It was the biggest Royal Rumble in history, as they advertised it as that time. And it's good to see some legends like Chris Jericho that time come out and
Shane McMahon.
They had Rey Mysterio was there.
Greg Khali was there. Mark Henry was there.
Yokozuna was even there.
Yokozuna Jr. Hornswoggle was there.
No.
Everyone, the Saudi crowd actually wanted Yokozuna to be there. So that's why they hired a sumo wrestler to do it.
Yeah, the Great Khali was there.
Let's see.
Yeah, Tucker
was there.
Tucker Knight of
Goldust.
Tucker was there. Roderick Strong was there.
Yeah. It was good to see them there actually.
But he's released.
Who?
Jericho was there, but he's
Dan Mantha.
That's right, yes he was. But
yeah, so
and some of these superstars
I enjoyed this.
Are released, so
I enjoyed this. So it was a good closer to the show. So that's my thoughts. So AJ.
The match was good actually, and I'm glad that Braun actually won that because he actually deserved it. He hasn't won anything. I mean, besides the tag title, but he hasn't won like a single title, like singles title. But definitely a good way. And Braun destroyed everyone. Like he eliminated Titus O'Neil, he eliminated Shane McMahon, he eliminated Chris Jericho, Kurt Hawkins, like, bruh, he eliminated everyone. But Braun Strowman won ultimately, and yeah, what a show. Good match.
Yeah. And okay, so for that, my rating is gonna be.
I didn't know.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I know. I'm sharing my rating first, though, and AJ, you can share yours, and then Wyatt, you can go and share your rating after. So my rating, I'll give this like an 8. AJ.
All right, I might have to disagree on that because actually I would give it a underwhelming 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the crowd were dead.
If it wasn't for the crowd and squash matches, I would give it higher.
The squash matches, the crowd dead, and the lack of crowds, the hype behind it was not good, and and they were basically there for the paycheck.
Yeah. So, anyways, Wyatt.
I think a lot of the people wrestled on the show should have been in that Rumble match, like John Cena, Triple H, Bret,
Yeah,
The Undertaker,
yeah, that would be a better
Seth
idea.
Rollins, The Miz, Jeff Hardy, you name it.
Yes.
NXT guys like Dan Mantha, Tucker, fucking Roderick Strong, fucking
Braun
Baba
Strowman
Tunde,
lost the Great
aka Double
Rumble
Cut,
title after 1,000 something days.
So Wyatt, what is your thoughts on the match and your rating for the entire show? Go ahead.
The match was actually okay. You got to see a lot of surprises. It took forever to get over the match. But Daniel Bryan had the record of 1 hour and 16 minutes in the match. Braun Strowman had the record of 13 eliminations. And I'm gonna get out all 50 of the entrants so you guys know. Number 1 was Daniel Bryan. Number 2 was Dolph Ziggler. Number 3 was Sin Cara, who was eliminated first. Number 4 was Curtis Axel. Number 5 was Mark Henry coming out of retirement. Number 6 was Mike Kanellis, who had the record of 3 seconds. Number 7 was Yokozuna Jr. 2.0. Number 8 was Victor. Number 9 was Kofi Kingston. Number 10 was Tony Nese. Number 11 was Dash Wilder. Number 12 was Hornswoggle. Number 13 was Primo. Number 14 was Xavier Woods. Number 15 was Bo Dallas. Number 16 was Kurt Angle. Number 17 was Scott Dawson. Number 18 was Goldust. Number 19 was Connor. Number 20 was Elias. Number 21 was Luke Gallows. Number 22 was Rhino. Number 23 was Drew Gulak. Number 24 was Tucker. Number 25 was Robert Roode. Number 26 was Fandango. Number 27 was Chad Gable. 28, Rey Mysterio. Number 29, Mojo Rawley. Number 30, Tyler Breeze. Number 31, Big E. Number 32, Carl Anderson. Number 33, Apollo Crews. Number 34, Roderick Strong. Number 35, Randy Orton. Number 36, Heath Slater. Number 37, Baba Tunde, Ali Gabusi. Number 38, Baron Corbin. Number 39, Titus O'Neil, who slipped under the ring. Slip and slide worldwide.
Oh, yeah, that happened. Yes, that happened.
Yeah, that was funny.
Number 40
that was the highlight
number 40
of that
was
show.
Dan Mantha. Number 41 was the winner, Braun Strowman. Number 42 was Ty Dillinger, who should have been number 10 because he was the perfect 10. Number 43 was Kurt Hawkins, who should have won that match. Number 44 was Bobby Lashley. Number 45 was the Great Khali, who had a failed appearance. Number 46 was Kevin Owens. Number 47 was Shane McMahon. Number 48 was Shelton Benjamin. Number 49 was Big Cass. And number 50 was Chris Jericho. The rating of this Rumble, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10.
Yes, I agree.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, so I guess the highlight of that show is Titus World Slide.
Yeah.
Side world.
Yeah, that was such a great moment. I know Core Grace was dying that night.
And of course,
Alright.
you got your little DVD.
So,
don't peacock.
outros.
Outro time.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we reviewed the Greatest Royal Rumble 2018. We hope you all enjoy. Subscribe to here on the Moshcast. Our next recording for this podcast is going to be the Royal Rumble 2008 review.
Ooh.
So we hope to see you there. And our next recording for the Moshcast is going to be Green Day's recent album, Father of All. So, thank you for watching, and see you then. AJ.
Thank you guys for watching the Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast. Yeah. What an episode today. This pay-per-view was definitely underappreciated. Not a lot of people stay tuned into it because obviously they have worked at school and everything. And the crowd was dead, and they didn't really care about the show. They pretty much cared for the paycheck. But still, this was actually an underwhelming show. But yeah, and also don't follow me on my social media at I_am_AJ_618, and don't follow my IGTV content at Rock with AJ at rockin_with_AJ, and that will be down in the link in the description below. But also, don't bother me social media. I need to fucking sleep. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.
Yes, alright.
Don't bother me, social media.
Okay, Wyatt, end it off.
Feel free to watch this pay-per-view right here on Peacock. You know, watch the WWE Network. Like, and subscribe, and
Alright, everybody, we'll see you for the Royal Rumble 2008 review.
See you later.
See you then.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
bye.
Crash and burn!